So hello and welcome to today's video, and I think this video is going to be one that many of you have been looking forward to. Today I'll be showing off the Bully Beta Overhaul mods that aim to restore quite a bit of cut content to Bully. Now before I begin, most of these mods are for PC only. Some of these are for Android and I will say which ones are compatible with Android, but for the most part these mods are all guaranteed to work with the PC. So let's begin with the Beta Fighting Style mod, which is made by Ultimarenza and Z-Voider, whom appeared to have disappeared off the face of the planet completely. Now this mod is heavily based off the concepts that were put up by a Rockstar developer many years ago. So when you start the game up you realise that Jimmy's stance has changed and he no longer jogs when moving. This is because the mod completely overhauls most of the basic controls. To jog, much like you do in the final game, you just need to hold down the sprint button. You know, for this video I'm just going to talk like I'm using an Xbox controller, which I am. So yeah, to jog you need to hold down the A button, to run you need to tap A repeatedly, that's normal. If you run and press the attack button, Jimmy now does a flying punch rather than a tackle. The basic fighting controls are now drastically overhauled too. You now have the option of light and heavy attacks, much like you get in the Warriors. X is now for heavy attacks, A is for light attacks. You can mix and match these up to get some unique moves. Much like the final game, you can do a combo of up to 5 light punches by pressing the punch button 5 times in a row, or a heavy combo of up to 3 attacks. If you do a light attack, then a heavy attack, Jimmy will simply kick his opponent in the kneecap. If you do 2 light attacks and a heavy attack, Jimmy will perform a leg sweep. 3 light attacks and a heavy, Jimmy will do an overhead kick. Jimmy also no longer auto blocks when putting up a fight, so this mod does kind of increase the difficulty too. But one major bug is, when Jimmy equips any weapon he will temporarily default back to his final fighting style, until he returns to just using his fists. Now luckily this mod does also work for Android, but the Android version is made by Yap Massacre. Now as mentioned, I do not really play mobile, and the mod's instructions are in Chinese, so it might be a bit difficult using this mod properly on mobile. So on to the beta characters. Now some of you may have noticed in my beta storyline video quite a few characters had their alpha or beta bully designs. I'm not going to show off every single character because that would take far too long, but pretty much most of these were made by AlexRK800, who does a fantastic job at bringing back near enough all the beta character designs. He has remade quite a few of Jimmy's outfits. He's also completely done the beta preps, the greasers, the nerds, the bullies, the jocks, even minor characters like Christy, Crabblesnitch and the prefects to name some, and that's not even touching upon the surface of his work. Some of his mods are more based upon the Jared Fry portfolio works, while others are more designed on the leaked alpha concepts from October 2002, for example Gary Smith, or Pete Kowalski. Alex has also gone to the effort to completely restore the various cut clothes for Jimmy, such as the underwear over jeans, which was actually going to be a reward for wedging people too many times, the girl's underwear over Jimmy's head, which would be unlocked after Panty Raid, the beta uniform and the beta starting outfit, the dart hat, the asylum mask, etc, etc. There's far too many to go over because there were a lot of cut clothes for Jimmy, but you get the point. Alex has really gone to the effort to fully restore and remake most of this cut content. Now one mod that aims to restore some cut content from Bully is the Story As It Should Be mod, which is made by Ultimarenza. And what this mod does is it restores some deleted cutscenes and mission objectives to a few missions. Now this mod is small, but it does affect 6 missions so far, these being Welcome to Bullworth, where the original cutscene is fully restored upon starting a brand new game, so Jimmy doesn't start off at the gates of Bullworth, he actually starts off in his mum's car, like the intro credits. Miracle on Bullworth Street, which restores Santa's deleted scene after Jimmy smashes the grotto up. Fighting Johnny Vincent, you know the scene where Johnny loses his bike. The 2 deleted scenes from the Ernest Jones fight where he just runs while the platform collapses beneath him, and it also fully restores the cut chase objective in the Gym's Burning. Which, just to quickly mention something about that, after Jimmy tells Mandy to get out the gym, you do need to leave the gym before finding Gurney to enable this cut objective, otherwise there is no change. The mod also restores the deleted Edgar confrontation scenes from Showdown at the Plant. Now apparently Story As It Should Be does work on Android as well. Ultimarenza has also tried to recreate the deleted BMX Rumble minigame, which is now playable via the arcade machine in the Boys Dorm. But since the original BMX part was deleted or removed, it all now takes place in the new Coventry Bike Park. And aside from the lack of voice dialogue from Gurney, it now feels incredibly authentic. Jimmy's armed with a pipe on a bike, and you have to take out everybody to be the last man standing. No getting off the bike or you will fail. Much like the original plans for the minigame were, but you know, it's completely broken in the game's files. And finally, let's talk about the beta map changes. Now there are not many mods that aim to fully restore the cut map, because Bully is very limited in that department, and modding in general. but there are a few mods out there that aim to restore some cut areas. Like the Beta Boys Done mod by Cautious, which restores not only the cut second floor, but also the attic, complete with working entrances and exits, plus appropriate changes to the exterior, and the mod isn't just the girls' dorm flipped either. The rooms have been fully recreated from scratch, even the bathrooms and Jimmy's beta bedroom. But sadly, due to restrictions, the missions do take place on the first floor and Jimmy cannot use his original room. The mod is still incomplete, but it's well worth a try nonetheless because it's very impressive for what Cautious has done so far. There is also the beta third floor mod for Borth Academy made by the Great Grantini, which does give you a third floor to explore, complete with lootable lockers, but much like the Cautious beta dorm mod, it is very incomplete. No pedestrian spawn up here, etc. But for the progress made at the time of making the video and the current version of the mod, it's still well worth a look in my opinion. But that's it for the Bully beta overhaul mods. It's just a shame that Bully modding is so limited compared to that of Grand Theft Auto. Because if Bully had the same modding compatibility as say San Andreas did, think of all the mods we could have had right now. We could have had things to do in Bullworth, you know, like that San Andreas beta mod, things to do in San Andreas. But thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to actually check out the author's works. I'll link their channels in the description below. Thank you for watching and have a great day.